So I'm sure that he ain't gonna change. He's gonna be who he is, and again, he don't bother me. I don't think 2 seconds about none of that because he's not on my level. You know what I mean? It's like he's not talking about business. You know what I mean? It's just giving his opinion, trying to promote his son. I don't agree with. Floyd told me many years, probably go 25 years ago, that what kind of person he was. But initially, I'm just being honest, I didn't believe him. I had to see it for myself. And my description of him, he's a horrible person.
Leonard Ellerbe has stirred things up with his latest interview, revealing some private details about Floyd Mayweather's finances. Not only did he confirm that Floyd is dealing with serious debt and even bankruptcy, but he also hinted that the same money troubles that kept Floyd stuck in Dubai last year are making a comeback. As the former CEO of Mayweather Promotions, Ellerbe's comments could make things even more complicated for Floyd.
American dream, man. You got 55 cars, 40 girlfriends.
Well, actually,
you're a billionaire now, right? Come on, let's salute this billionaire on stage.
But how many years ago you was broke? When I say broke, you ain't have a lot of money, you was just barely.
Ellerbe's comments were so revealing that many fans began to wonder if he was trying to get back at Mayweather for firing him as CEO. If you remember, around this time last year, Gervonta Davis confirmed that Floyd had been stuck in Dubai, and it turns out that was true. He was only allowed to leave after agreeing to pay off his debts within a year. If he doesn't follow through, he may have to return to Dubai to sort things out. During a recent interview, Ellerbe was asked about Floyd's financial situation. At first, he tried to dodge the question, but the interviewer pushed back, saying his answer could help set the record straight.
Floyd had posted that you was no longer a part of Mayweather Promotions. You care to say anything about that?
There's nothing to say other than I appreciate the opportunity to do something amazing. We had an incredible run, and I'm forever grateful and thankful. Blessed.
Yeah.
Blessed.
Yeah, that's
blessed.
I love to hear that shit.
According to Ellerbe, Floyd Mayweather wasn't able to pay off his debt as promised, so he had to return to Dubai to follow through on the deal. His trip happened right around the time he was making headlines for all the wrong reasons, like false stories about buying a $42 million mansion in New York, unpaid bills at jewelry stores, and even tax issues. Some people think he ran off to avoid trouble, but that's not the case. In fact, things are even tougher for him in Dubai. He reportedly owes hundreds of millions and is also facing tax problems there. Once he sorts all that out, he'll still have legal issues waiting for him back here.
You know, which he's done a good job thus far. But then sometimes there's a line that you cross with some of the things and you turn some people off.
To everyone's surprise, Leonard Ellerbe revealed that he left Mayweather Promotions because of Floyd Mayweather's financial misconduct. He said the way Floyd was running things had gotten so bad, he couldn't stay any longer. It was a tough decision, but I had to walk away, Ellerbe admitted. Floyd has made a lot of poor choices, and I've had to deal with the fallout from many of them. I just couldn't keep going like that. It had gone on for far too long.
By him, he's always been jealous of Floyd. He's always been jealous of Floyd, and if that ain't obvious, I don't know what it is.
Fans quickly jumped into the comments section to share their thoughts. Many pointed out that Floyd's wild spending habits are likely catching up with him. One fan wrote, "A lot of athletes go broke after retirement because of reckless spending and bad investments." Others believe Floyd might exaggerate his net worth since his entire image revolves around being rich. Another fan weighed in on his time in Dubai, saying, "It's not really that he couldn't leave, just his main passport might have been flagged." In the UAE, it's not unusual for employers to hold on to employee passports. My guess? He probably had a falling out with someone in the royal family, and that's a big deal over there.
Barely making it today. I ran all the way in here.
Why?
Because I couldn't even buy a bus ticket.
That's crazy.
But you still had 55 cars.
No, I don't.
What happened?
Well, I bought myself some crack.
Dang.
And then more crack.
Speculating on why Floyd might really be stuck in Dubai, another fan chimed in, "There are a few reasons he's being held there. One is possible money laundering. Another is that he lost big at a casino, maxed out his credit limit, then tried to leave without paying, promising he'd send a check or arrange something later. That didn't fly. The casino owner reportedly had the police block his plane from taking off until he settles the debt." Meanwhile, some fans weren't so sympathetic. One sarcastically commented that Floyd is just putting on a show for social media, pretending to live a lavish life while drowning in debt. He should be called Floyd No Money Mayweather now, the fan joked. He blew through his fortune showing off online and paying for women, and now he owes serious money to powerful people in Dubai. From a superstar to half a star, it's a hard fall.
Respect, thing that's just something I don't get into. Floyd's a legend in this sport. He's accomplished everything in the sport, beat everybody's TBE.
The former CEO of Mayweather Promotions recently shared that Floyd Mayweather may have misjudged how much money he'd actually make from his last fight. According to him, Floyd's only way to avoid serious financial trouble was by doing that exhibition match. Leonard Ellerbe, who made the statement, said Mayweather earned around $20 to $25 million from the fight. While that sounds like a lot, it's still far short of what he reportedly owes in Dubai. That's why Floyd is now pushing hard to line up a new exhibition match, this time with Jake Paul. Ellerbe also hinted that if Floyd doesn't repay what he owes soon, things could take a turn for the worse. What's surprising to many is that despite all this, Floyd hasn't dialed down his expensive lifestyle one bit.
Bringing people into my lifestyle, showing people how I live. Now, I know you guys see me on a regular talking about real estate. Well, lately, I purchased 62 apartment buildings in New York City. And what I need you guys to do, slide over, check out the photos. It's not all 62 buildings, it's a few buildings, but guess what? All the buildings belong to me. I don't have no partners. And all the retail down low on my buildings all belong to me.
Many fans are calling out Leonard Ellerbe, accusing him of betraying Floyd Mayweather by leaking private details since leaving Mayweather Promotions. But what most people don't realize is that, according to insiders, Mayweather actually betrayed Ellerbe first. For a long time, Ellerbe stayed quiet about Floyd's financial troubles and personal issues. But after parting ways with Mayweather Promotions, he started speaking out. Since then, he's reportedly been working against Floyd, allegedly even cooperating with federal agents by sharing information about Mayweather's location and assets.
What? You can do the same. It's all about making power moves.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm pointing like this because we're in New York City right now. We're in Manhattan. That's what we do. Come on.
Rick Glazer backed up the claims, but Floyd Mayweather's public appearances seemed to suggest that the allegations weren't true, or maybe he found a way to escape the situation in May. However, Leonard Ellerbe has now revealed a shocking twist. He claims Floyd was actually held hostage in Dubai. Floyd's release, according to Ellerbe, only came after agreeing to have his bank accounts frozen until he paid off his debts. As the former CEO of Mayweather Promotions, Ellerbe had inside knowledge about what was really happening. He says he knew about this even before boxer Gervonta Davis did. While Mayweather is back in the US, Ellerbe suggests he's still being controlled by his financial troubles in Dubai.
All this money made. No partners. All by myself. Over 1,000 apartments. I'm just getting started.
Leonard Ellerbe didn't share many details about Floyd Mayweather's time in detention, but over the past few weeks, several leaks have suggested what really happened. According to these leaks, Mayweather was given a large sum of money at a casino, but he lost it all while gambling. Since there are no legal casinos in Dubai, it's believed that the casino where this took place was private. As a result, when Mayweather tried to leave, his private jet was reportedly surrounded by police. To make matters worse, his money was useless at the Dubai airport because his bank accounts were blocked.
Just out of curiosity, bro, you said that Floyd was kidnapped by the Abu Dhabi folks. Any comment on that?
And again, like I was just saying,
Floyd Mayweather's detainment in Dubai meant he could move around the city and live as luxuriously as he wanted, but he was forbidden from leaving the country. To make sure he didn't escape, Dubai authorities stationed security agents around his private jet. It's widely believed that Mayweather owes a huge sum, likely in the hundreds of millions of dollars, which is why he's reportedly paying off over $20 million in debt each month. Despite this, instead of making smarter financial choices, he's continued living his extravagant lifestyle, only adding to his debt. Another thing to note is that Dubai has a reputation for holding Americans who owe money. Interestingly, the media has stayed unusually quiet about Mayweather's situation, and even the White House hasn't commented. Meanwhile, Floyd has been getting into more trouble, and his former protege has been exposing his hidden motives, including accusations of scamming people in Mexico. Leonard Ellerbe's evidence of Mayweather's financial troubles lines up with rumors from boxer Gervonta Davis, who also suggested that Mayweather is being held hostage. Leonard Ellerbe, known for keeping quiet about Floyd in the past, has now become one of the most vocal critics.
Talked a little about big news came down yesterday. Leonard Ellerbe no longer in at Mayweather Promotions. Seems like that's happened a couple times over the course of the years back. I remember years ago I was thinking Richard Schaefer was going to take over, but now that is happening. Thoughts on Leonard Ellerbe making his way out?
I think Leonard is still in a good position. And I don't think that it was any animosity between Floyd.
After leaving Mayweather Promotions, Leonard Ellerbe has ventured into a new field, women's college basketball. His first step into this growing industry has already proven successful. Ellerbe attended a press conference in State College, Pennsylvania, to announce the transfer of one of his clients to Penn State, a Big Ten school. As an advisor for NIL, name, image, and likeness deals, Ellerbe has been working with athletes like McMillan. Before making this move, Ellerbe was the CEO of Mayweather Promotions for 17 years, helping to promote all of Floyd Mayweather's major pay-per-view events. One of his most notable achievements was promoting Mayweather's historic victory over Manny Pacquiao in May 2015 at the MGM Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas.
Leonard, I just think that it was just time for him to move on.
Of course, Leonard is very wrapped up in PBC type stuff here with this promotion and everything that they do. Do you think that played any part in him leaving Mayweather Promotions?
I guess it could have played a part. I mean, if you're in between promotions, you're working with one and you're not working with the other.
Mayweather Promotions may have played a role in this whole situation. If you're stuck in between working with one promotion and not the other, things can get complicated. The Mayweather-Pacquiao fight, for example, generated over $600 million in revenue and set a record with about 44 million pay-per-view buys in the United States. However, the former CEO of Mayweather Promotions found himself in the middle of a situation that led to his departure. Floyd Mayweather's team officially announced Ellerbe's exit on Instagram. Now, the role of CEO has been taken over by Richard Schaefer, the former CEO of Golden Boy Promotions. One fan commented, "It's about time people started defending this guy. For years, people blindly praised him just because he was Tank's promoter. I've talked bad about him for so long, but maybe they're just waking up now."
I mean, yeah, so. But I don't think there was no, like I said, I don't think there was no animosity or anything, because even Floyd always spoke as, he would always say that, when Al Heyman has fights, because he can always get his fighters on Al Heyman shows.
I mean, do you think it was a little difficult for Leonard being in a tough spot, because obviously very close to Tank here and then?
Clip 14. One fan had a strange opinion, saying, "I don't know why, but his facial hair always looked weird to me. It just didn't seem real, and because of that, I couldn't stand the guy." Another fan commented, "It's crazy that Ellerbe was with Mayweather Promotions from the start. I remember when he went from being Floyd's head masseuse to CEO. He took that job so seriously, even licking his lips while massaging Floyd's head in the corner." The last fan had some harsh words for Ellerbe's replacement, saying that Mayweather Promotions wouldn't move forward without him.
We know Floyd and Tank had their ups and downs, so mostly downs recently.
Yeah,
so do you think that was?
Yeah, that makes it tough. That makes it tough. That makes it where, he basically, because a lot of times friends want you to pick sides. But I mean, Leonard's smart enough not to pick